JoJo has fun.
Some dude's just hanging out.
Police gang. Welcome back, guys.
Hey, everybody. So, speaking of syringes,
What a way to start an episode.
Yeah. So I was at work last week, or maybe it was Monday. I can't fucking remember. I don't think I told the story, and if I did, please God stop me. It's just that I live in a haze. So I was at work. It was 8 a.m. My coworker, the 65-year-old Vietnam veteran, walks in like a little bit sheepishly, and he comes up to me for some reason and says, "Kim, there's a syringe in the parking lot." And at first I think like, oh, somehow a syringe from our office has made it into the parking lot. But then I realized he means drugs.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I'll just go pick it up. And so I got a little tissue. And I went outside to go pick it up.
Kim, is this how you're going to tell me you have the AIDS?
Oh, no. I'm going to do a reveal party for that.
Oh my God, I would love to go to your AIDS reveal party.
I don't even know what color cupcake it's going to be, but it's going to be great.
It's going to be a white one with a red cross on it.
Yeah. Ooh, I would love to see that bake. Anyway, so I go out with my little tissue, and we walk up to the tree that it's under, and he's like, "It's right there." And I look down, and I'm like, "Jeff," because his name is Jeff.
Yeah.
That needle is capped.
Oh.
And so I just reached down and I pick it up, and he's like, and I was like, but of course we still need to pick it up because I don't want people to know that people just like hang outside our office and fucking shoot heroin. But like,
did it have heroin in it?
It was empty. I did not smell it, you guys. I didn't
Oh,
try
speaking
it.
of smelling needles. Oh, this is unrelated.
Okay,
I'll tell you later.
but so anyway, we were just thinking about the person who was like getting their heroin fix, shooting up heroin in the parking lot of a church and a doctor's office, and then going, "Safety first," capping the needle, and then chucking it. Yeah, no, that's a really thoughtful person.
That is thoughtful, and that's what's surprising to me a little bit, because like, here's something I remember from the 90s during the AIDS scare as a kid. This is always...
Because AIDS wasn't real. It was just a scare. But go on.
No.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So here's the thing I have been afraid of. It doesn't control my life, but every time I think of this is...
Wait.
I had heard... Okay.
Can I guess what you're about to say?
Yes.
Infected needles in movie theaters on the chairs.
Close.
What is it?
Infected needles on the handles of gas pumps.
Oh, wow.
Every time I get gas, the thought flashes into my head for a split second.
Yeah, so
can't get away from it.
The story that they used to tell us was that somebody with AIDS was sticking themselves with needles and then putting the needles in the chairs of theaters. Funny story, it's actually nearly impossible. In fact, it may be impossible. In fact, there may not be a single actual documented case of somebody contracting HIV from a needle stick.
Yeah, it needs to be tissue.
Yeah, you have to...
tissue goes away.
Yeah, and HIV does not live outside the body for hardly any time at all.
Yeah.
Like, it really needs to be contracted inside the body.
Yep.
Because it's a fragile little baby of a virus.
Yeah,
Like,
it isn't a strong, burly AIDS yet.
No, it's just a teeny tiny baby, and it needs to be coddled. And you're not going to get it from... It doesn't live on the surface of anything. It cannot be reactivated by liquid. It cannot... Like, you could really stick your hand into a drum of HIV needles, roam your hand around, bleed all over them. You're not going to get HIV.
And here's the thing. Yeah. If that's what gets you off, we're not going to shame you about it.
I'm not going to kink shame you on your thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, so that was so that's your HIV lesson for the day, folks.
Yep.
Stop being afraid of people.
I remember being a kid and going to kindergarten, and I remember things in the news like, would you let your kid go to school with a kid whose
parents have... Yeah.
No, who tested positive, so
wow.
the kid actually has it. And I'm like, I don't even give a shit. I don't care.
Well, I remember so in health class, they showed us a story. This is all like, by the way, this is when we were in like the 3rd and 4th grade. They showed us a story about
I don't
a
know.
kid.
I don't know who the target demo for our show is anymore.
They showed us a kid whose both of his parents were HIV positive, and it was like, and they went into like deep detail about the fact that like when the kid was 4 years old, his mom and dad separated, and his mom had multiple sexual partners, and his dad had multiple sexual partners, and then they got back together, and that's how they got HIV. And so, like,
don't get back together with your exes, guys.
Yeah, because you'll get HIV.
That's what. That's
and
God's
so, like,
punishment
in my head,
for being like, play the field.
I guess I thought that was how you got HIV, was multiple sexual partners, and now I realize that that's definitely what they were trying to convey.
Oh,
was like promiscuity caused this mother and father to have AIDS.
No.
And that kid.
No, Kim. Promiscuity caused the mother to get HIV.
Right. Yeah, the dad was.
The father
just
was
putting it in.
fine and responsible.
Yeah.
Doing his duty to make more people to die in Iraq at the time.
Probably. I can only guess. But yeah, so real bad. And so I just remember that and like talking about how like you wouldn't, like the kid wasn't allowed to go to school because his parents had HIV and they didn't know how it was transmitted at the time.
Dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to go to school. It's a well-known fact. You kids, you don't have to go to school if your parents have HIV.
And also, it's illegal for the school to ask your parents if they have HIV.
Also, you can't eat lobster in Maine until you're 18.
There's not enough lobster to go around, is why. They love their lobster in Maine.
Yeah. But no, I did tell you that I had a friend that believed that, right?
What? That
you had to be. So he turned 18 years old and he said to me, "Finally, I'm old enough to eat lobster in Maine." And I was like, "What?" Actually, I think it was 21. He was because I didn't know him very well when he was 18. But he said it, and I was just like, "What?" He's like, "I'm 21. You're in Maine. You can't eat lobster until you're 21." And it was clearly something that his parents had told him, so he wouldn't order lobster, and they wouldn't have to buy lobster for him. And then, so like this guy was like the most gullible guy on earth. And then like he found out that Mike was adopted and he would not for the life of me believe. And I think to this day, he doesn't believe it.
Believe what?
That Mike's adopted. He thinks we're fucking with him.
Why would you fuck with him?
I don't know.
You're not trying to keep him from buy lobster.
I know, right? Like what benefit do we possibly have other than he is like so gullible? But yeah, I love those two facts together.
That's
he
pretty
believed that you had to be 21 to buy lobster in Maine, and he does not think that Mike was adopted because he thinks we're just fucking with him. Because his reasoning being that both Mike's parents are so tall.
What?
Yeah. Why? How could he possibly be adopted? His parents are so tall.
You're right. They actually do that when you adopt the kid. It's like your kid's going to end up being 6'2", so you need to be a little shorter.
Yeah, your kid needs to be. Well, that's actually happening to my dad and his adopted son. My brother. No, my brother is 11 years old. And my dad is the same height as I am. And this kid, my little brother.
Oh, your little brother's adopted?
Yeah.
Why did I think he wasn't?
I don't know. Like, I guess I just never mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my little brother and my little sister are both adopted.
Oh, cool.
And so Ben is going to be taller than my dad in like 6 months.
Cool.
Yeah. It's going to be great. He's going to be able to reach all the shelves.
He's staying off the soda.
Yeah. That boy is a tall drink of water. And yeah.
That's what the middle school girls say.
Ew.
What?
I don't know. I just
that's when that's
for some reason I'm totally
for a lot
fine.
of little kids. That's their sexual awakening is middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know when my sexual awakening
That's
was.
when they just start
I'm still
fucking
waiting.
shit in their house. You know, you never did that. Never just fucked your whole house. Just to see.
No, I don't think I did.
Putting your dick on a pillow. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Never pressed your wiener against the fucking bedpost just because it was cool. Not like awesome. Like
It was like the temperature was cold.
Yeah.
Well, they live in Massachusetts, so everything's cold.
Oh, so you just put your like you do that thing like you stick your tongue on a flagpole. Like
Yeah. Did you ever do that?
No.
Oh yeah, because you lived in a warm place. I can tell you, horrible. It's horrible.
Well, that's easy to fix. You just pour warm water.
Yeah, but no, because you don't want to tell anybody that you did it. Because so like you put your tongue on something cold and your tongue will freeze to the cold thing, and you think, oh well, I'll just go and it will unfreeze. Well, you don't think that when your tongue is fucking frozen to a metal anything. You just freak out and rip your tongue off.
Ow.
Yeah.
Did you do that, Kim?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How's your sense of taste?
It's fine, I guess. It's not like... Yeah, I do drink Old Milwaukee. Yes, I told you can have one of the beers.
Oh my
God damn
God,
it, Jeff.
that's
also,
fucking
Jeff is in his
fantastic.
jams. Everyone,
It's sweat jams.
really? Are you going to sleep in those? Then they're your jams. He's like, they're not jammies, they're sweats.
How long have we done this episode?
It's a little over 10 minutes.
Want to play some more tomorrow?
Yeah, let's play some more tomorrow.
I'm just leveling up right now, guys. If you want to wait until, I'm going to say next Thursday, I think I'll probably fight the boss.
Oh my God. All right, hold on. Jeff, you're not doing your fucking job. Would you bring me a beverage? God damn it. And JoJo too.
Well, I'm good.
Oh, he's fine.
However, I would like that fried rice.